Welcome back to Car Auto Tune-Up. You hear the soft mechanical sigh as the door opens, the kind of sound only the most carefully engineered hinges make. There's a sense of ceremony in even the smallest motions of the 2026 Toyota Century. As it glides into view, the world seems to slow, and the street itself almost feels like it's adjusting to accommodate its presence. It's not loud. It's not brash, it simply exists in a space of its own, radiating quiet power. From the front, the proportions are immaculate. The grille stands like a gate to a private estate, each vertical bar perfectly aligned, polished so precisely that light bends around it rather than bouncing harshly. The phoenix emblem at its heart glows with restrained pride, and no oversized badges, no neon flourishes. Just tradition rendered in metal. The quad headlamps are set deep into their housings, each surrounded by fine chrome detailing that is more jewelry than automotive trim. The illumination is crisp, almost crystalline, giving you the sense that the road ahead will never be hidden from view, no matter the conditions. Shift your gaze to the side and the feeling changes. It's like looking at an ink brush stroke across rice paper. One uninterrupted sweep of form from front to rear. The roofline flows in a way that suggests both aerodynamics and elegance, dipping just enough to create a poised, ready-to-move silhouette without sacrificing rear headroom. The wheel arches are subtle but strong, framing 20-inch multi-spoke alloys that look like they could have been machined in a watchmaker's workshop. The chrome accent along the lower doors catches just enough light to remind you this is a car designed for people who notice details. And those doors are larger, heavier, with perfect closing way to give off the feeling of vault doors sealing a treasure inside. Around the back, the design returns to symmetry. The tail lamps mirror the front's quad layout, recessed just enough to give a sense of depth. The badging is minimal, simply Century in an elegant serif typeface. The rear bumper is sculpted but not aggressive, integrating twin exhaust outlets that are almost shy about their existence. You sense that the engineers didn't want to remind you about the car's mechanical heart, they'd rather you focus on the serenity it offers. The tailgate closes with a slow, deliberate motion, more like a piece of furniture in a high-end penthouse than a hatch on a vehicle. Step inside and the world outside vanishes. The air feels different, calmer, cooler, and touched with a faint scent of leather and wood polish. The seats are upholstered in semi-aniline leather so soft it feels like it would bruise if you pressed it too hard. Each stitch is perfectly aligned, each seam deliberate. In the rear, you sink into your own private lounge. The recline is infinite, the massage settings precise, and the extendable ottomans welcome your legs like they've been waiting for you all day. The carpet underfoot is thick enough to leave a trace of your footprint, but it springs back immediately, as if embarrassed to have shown any sign of wear. The electrochromic rear windows are a showpiece in Thames Elvesa. Watch them fade from transparent to privacy shade in seconds, letting you decide how much of the outside world you allow in. Sunlight filters through the panoramic roof above, but it's diffused, softened, never harsh. A control tablet is built into the rear armrest, allowing you to adjust lighting, temperature, seat position, and entertainment with the gentlest touch. The audio system attuned to perfection fills the space with sound so rich you'd swear the performers were in the cabin with you. There's no distortion, no sharpness, just pure, enveloping clarity. Up front, the driver's position is a study in balance. The steering wheel feels almost organic in your hands, its leather wrapping warm, its buttons and controls placed exactly where your fingers expect them to be. The digital instrument cluster provides all the information you can need, yet somehow never overwhelms. The center console's controls are laid out with the same precision as a calligraphy SATA, each button and dial weighted, dampened, and finished with a tactility that makes you want to interact with them. Under the hood on the road, the Century doesn't so much accelerate as it builds momentum. smoothly, silently, and without fuss. The 3.5-liter V6 plug-in hybrid powertrain, paired with electric motors, delivers a surge of power when you ask for it, but most of the time, it simply whispers along, letting you glide past traffic as if you're operating on a different frequency. The E4 advanced all-wheel drive system ensures grip without drama, distributing torque intelligently to keep the ride composed. The dynamic rear steering makes maneuvering this long, imposing vehicle feel effortless in tight spaces, while at higher speeds, it sharpens the car's responses, making it feel shorter, more nimble, and completely under your control. And then there's rear comfort mode, a setting that most manufacturers wouldn't even think to include. It softens braking transitions so that rear passengers barely notice when you slow down. It's the kind of feature that tells you everything about the car's philosophy. The Century exists first and foremost to serve its occupants, not to impress bystanders. As for the numbers, yes, exclusivity comes at a price. Starting at around 25 million yen, or roughly $170,000 to $182,000, it's not a car you'll see at every stoplight. In fact, it's not even marketed for mass appeal. Each unit goes through hours of hand inspection by a master craftsman before it leaves the factory. The tolerances are so tight, the finishing so precise, that even minor imperfections simply aren't tolerated. This is a car that is built to last decades, not just model cycles. You could compare it to European rivals Rolls-Royce, Bentley, Maybach, but you'd be missing the point. Where those brands lean on grandeur and opulence, the Century leans on dignity and subtlety. It's less about being seen and more about being understood. It's about the weight of heritage, the precision of craftsmanship, and the quiet satisfaction of knowing you own something truly singular. And that's what makes the 2026 Toyota Century such a rare phenomenon in today's automotive world. It's a car that doesn't shout, doesn't chase trends, and doesn't try to be everything to everyone. Instead, it's laser-focused on delivering an experience, one of peace, control, and refinement. If you ever get the chance to sit in one, even for a few minutes, you'll understand. And when you step back out into the noise of the world, you might just find yourself missing that bubble of calm more than you expected. Thank you for joining us here on Auto Tune-Up for this deep dive into one of the most understated yet extraordinary vehicles on the planet. If you enjoyed this look at the Century, make sure to hit like, subscribe, and tap the bell so you won't miss our next journey into automotive excellence. Until next time, keep your rides smooth, your engines purring, and your roads open.